Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to Lou Speaks. Thank you so much for all of you viewers that have already signed up, subscribed, followed, liked, sent my granny kisses. It's brilliant. Thank you so much. And today we're just covering more on the topic of the lockdown. I would really like to get more of you involved. Please leave your comments. Tell us what you're thinking. Ask us questions. We can get back to you. Let you know what you want to know. In the meantime, I have a real special guest, Mr. David Williams. So, Dave, hi there. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
There's no problem. Thank you. We're always looking for people taking time out of their busy schedule during this lockdown to be able to join us at the moment. So thank you. Sorry, if I could just cut straight to the questions. How would you find this whole lockdown experience is affecting you, your well-being? Do you find you're losing any of your own substance as a person?
I've noticed a change in myself and my behaviour, which scares the life out of me, because I normally do musical theatre locally, so I normally do about three to four shows maybe each year. I was halfway through rehearsals for two shows last year, which was Wizard of Oz and Sister Act, which got cancelled, and then Wizard of Oz was moved to this year, to this March. Realistically, it's not going to happen, so they moved it to 2022, and it opens on my birthday, so it's something to look forward to next year. You don't realise everything you do in your life, whether it's musical theatre, singer, dancer, constantly active, where you go meeting your friends, going to the pub, going to cinema, holiday. You don't realise how much that affects you until it gets taken away from you. All that I enjoy doing, carnivals, theatre stuff, the stuff at the prison where I either scare the life out of people by jumping out and going, ah! We're interacting with people. Where you interact with people, that is basically affects you, which you don't realise, because you communicate with people. And when that gets taken away from you, it's difficult, and it plays on your brain or your mind. And it's definitely played on my mind, because I haven't been able to do my musical theatre, I haven't been able to do the prison, I haven't been able to do the carnivals. The fact is that they said we were going to be out of this within 12 weeks last year, which made it even more harder. Everything spiraled out of control, and we're still in the situation now, nearly a year on since it. Everything you do in your life affects the way you are. And everything that's happening now is affecting me and my mental health and my anxiety, and suffering from panic attacks now and then, which I didn't realise that I had until all this started. It's just been tough. First lockdown, it was just like, I could cope with this. Second lockdown, and now the third lockdown, which is now, doesn't really affect me a lot, but it's just the fact is the not knowing and the constant doom that we're constantly being fed on social media by our...
Yeah. Everybody else's voice.
Everyone else's voice, everyone else's opinions, and if they don't agree with your opinion, then you're somehow wrong. Lost a friend to it. Just the fact that her opinion was completely different to mine. She was more or less anti-masks,
So like everyone's different approach to handling the situation and things.
There's been a lot of fake news about it. Facebook, YouTube doctors all over YouTube. It's a lot of dangerous. The internet's been a very dangerous place since this pandemic started. It's created so much divide between who's right, who's wrong. Should we be doing this? Shouldn't we be doing that? Or should we do this instead of doing that? And nobody really has an answer, because during a global pandemic, which is technically not a global pandemic because some other countries have got through it. Look at Wuhan, China, they've got through it, and they've now got a museum dedicated to it. It's one of those that there's no right and there's no really wrong answer. It's just one of those things.
We had our guest Kimberly on the show, and she brought up one of the biggest topics I think everybody will be thinking about at the moment, and that was on the basis of humanity. Do we know what we want now in life, or are we just stuck in this triangle of just doing what, where, and when? Do you find you've lost your own person, your own humanity because of this lockdown scenario?
Majority of the people are just following what we've been told. The government tells us to jump, we jump. That's where face masks, we wear face masks without asking. I don't think we've lost humanity. Majority of the people that are just following what we've been told, those are the people that basically wanting us to get out of this quicker.
I know one of the trademarks, bringing up a new subject for our listeners as well. Some people call us, we're just sheep following the rules type of thing. Would you say this is a wise statement, or do you think actually we should all be wise, listening to what the government are telling us to do and to follow, rather than just be nicknamed, oh, you're all just sheep wearing a mask?
I personally don't trust everything the government tell us. I agree to a certain extent that there is a virus there and it is sadly killing people. They've made so much blunders you don't know what's true and what's not true. For the people that the anti-pandemic, anti-lockdowns and all that sort of thing, they believe what they believe. Everyone thinks differently, acts differently, and things like this pandemic has brought out the true person who they are.
It's showing people in real light now, type of thing.
Yes, but that's them. They're entitled to think what they believe, whether it's right or wrong, and what we're doing, whether that's right or wrong. We're entitled to do that. We seem to be we're following a government that's telling us that if we don't do this, we could kill our granny. I'm not doubting that there are some flaws in these tests and all this stuff, but I would rather wear the face mask, just get on with it, then
the end will be here quicker.
The end will come, and it will come. Not like the way they think it's going to come. Oh, the world domination. Oh, it's the great reset. Oh, it's the great high power. On the subject of that, you should know what all these people are saying about stuff like the vaccine, where it's got chips in. It's microbots. Basically, it's going to be able to control everything. I'm not going to say what other things that it knows what you're doing. But just say the bedroom department, so it knows how many times, where, who. It's going to be able to give you it's going to be able to give you vaccines. It's going to be able to give you medication. It's basically going to turn us into cyber bots or cyber something, and like Cybermen. And then when they've had enough of us, they can just get rid of us. It's one of those really different things. Hello, there goes the cat.
That was a special guest also on the show. That is cat. With that break given to us by your cat, I'm glad that I've actually asked you that question now, and I just want to put that question to all the viewers as well. Please subscribe, keep going, thank you. How do you all feel with the whole topic of humanity? How do you feel do you still feel that you have that power to want to go where you want to go, have the power to say yes, no, or do whatever you would like to do? It would be a great kind of response to you guys, because next week in our show, what we can actually do is, if you give us the comments, give us some feedback, we can then get back to you. We can answer what you're all feeling, have a general census about what we're all going through during this time of the pandemic. It's been a real great time doing these shows for you. And like I said, please guys, sign up, follow us, hit the subscribe button. Smashing Granny, smash that subscribe. Now guys, please, helping us do this will keep our show going for you. Help us talk to each other. Let us know everything that we need to know for each other, and we just want to be there for each other, because this time of 2020 going into 2021 now, we want to make something work in 2021 for all of us. We don't want to be stuck there thinking we can't do anything. 2020 was a bit of a plod year, where it just plods along, going, but we didn't see any outcome. So guys, please ask yourself, what would you want to hear and what would you want to know? Tell us what you're thinking. Let us know how we can help you through this time, because we all have to be there for each other. And I just want to say a massive thank you to Dave for coming in today and me asking him just a couple of questions, just so we can get an all-rounder topic and know what we're all going through at the moment. So Dave, thank you so much for joining us on today's show, and it is just such a pleasure to see that hopefully all you viewers there will want to get in contact with us and let us know what we can do for you as well.